What is going on, guys? Predator458 here, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to World of Warships, where today we're going to be taking a look at a game I played yesterday in the Scharnhorst. Yes, I went ahead and bought the Scharnhorst, and let me just say, very quickly, I'm really enjoying this ship. But anyway, so the move to the new place is complete. Everything is set up. The internet is wonderful. I now have a 100 megabit fiber connection up and down, so I expect uploading this video will take roughly 5 minutes, which is quite insane considering it used to take 3 or 4 hours. And in fact now the longest part of making a video is going to be rendering and YouTube processing. Both of that's now going to take longer to do than the actual upload, which is going to be a nice pleasant surprise. But anyways, on to the Scharnhorst. 56,300 hit points, 9 283mm guns, I believe. I don't actually have the stats in front of me, I should probably open them up. But anyways, this is not a new ship, unfortunately. I'm late to the party here. But I mean, it's, you know, it's kind of a battle cruiser, so you've got not quite battleship guns, not quite battleship, well, I would say actually battleship armor. I think it's what, 350mm of armor on the sides and around the citadel. So yes, definitely battleship armor. But you're nice and fast, 30 knots, just over. I can do about 31 and a half, I think, because I'm running the speed boost flag. 20-second reload on the guns, which is really nice, about 5 seconds slower than a 203mm cruiser gun, but not quite as long as a 15 or 16-inch battleship gun, so about 7 seconds faster than Tirpitz. And here we've got the Gneiser now, our sort of sister ship. The standard ship in the tech tree, that one has the 15-inch guns, I believe, but you only get 6 of them, 2 in each turret. And our first shots are out, and it does not look like they're going to hit, unfortunately. Quite a fast rudder shift time. I think it's 12.5 seconds standard. I am running the rudder shift time module, so that's improved by 20%, so I think it's down to around 10. And we've got one of the ARP Miyokos, I believe, and he just pops off. We didn't have line of sight, unfortunately. But yeah, I must say, I mean, it took me a little bit of time to sort of gel with this ship. I had some games, you know, 60,000 damage, which is nothing special. But I was still having fun, and there it is again. So 7 seconds, we're going to give about... He's turning, so let's go about there. We're just going to stagger these shots. This... so far has been the best game I've had, but I've had quite a few other games with, and there we go, the Citadel. Had quite a few other games where over 100,000 damage, had a lot of fun. 6-kilometer torpedoes like the Tirpitz. I haven't had a whole lot of luck with those. I did manage to kill in North Carolina though. I do have that gameplay recorded. There was about 120,000 damage that battle. I might show it at a later stage, especially considering I don't have to plan uploads and take a lot of time, but you can just see how quickly it responds and how tightly it turns and all that. This really is a great ship to sort of move forward with your cruisers, although if you do that, and there is the ARP thingamabob, so we're not going to take the shot. Oh no, we are. I think I was just making sure it had selected him. Are we going to be able to snag the kill? No, unfortunately the shot goes just a little bit high. But this is a great ship to move forward with your cruisers and support them. Not really the kind of battleship that you should be sort of sitting at the back of the map sniping. You will sometimes get lucky citadels in that, but for the most part you want to be pushing up there and getting stuck in. That's where your armor sort of works best. You've got the torpedoes. Your secondaries aren't bad either. I'm still working on getting my captain up to a tier 5 skill. Currently I have him up to tier 4, but not in this game. As I said, I think this was my 3rd or 4th battle played. Maybe a little bit more than that. I got a buyer in there, and I think we're going to take a shot at this Chapayev, who's at 18 kilometers. We're going to give him a lot of lead, just waiting for the rear gun to turn around, and we're going to fire that off as well. But now I think we're going to follow the Bismarck in a turn to port, and there's Gneiser now, and we managed 1 hit on the Chapayev, nothing special. And just waiting on the reload. I must say, it's really nice to have guns that reload in just 20 seconds in sort of battleship kind of guns. And we take some hits from, I think, the North Carolina, but no no damage done, and some minor damage on the Gneisenau. Now, this battle is going to be quite fun at the end, and it's going to be a very close finish. So do stick around for that. And Armagi at 16.5, just waiting on the reload. Now, Armagi, also not quite a battle cruiser, but not quite battleship level armor, so can we do some serious damage to him? Unfortunately not. Dispersion is not the best on the ship at longer range. I think it's 263 or so, but I'll need to double check that. Your AAA anti-aircraft guns, also not the most amazing. But I mean, you guys know all of this. You've seen the videos, you've seen the reviews. A lot of you probably have this and played it. As I said, I'm late to the party, but it's been such good fun to play. Especially once you start getting the hang of it, and you start when you've got a team that pushes. You know, this is the one type of ship like Tirpitz, where if you don't have the team to support you, it's sometimes difficult to do well in. I'm going to try and get a salvo in before the allied torpedoes get there. We managed 5,000 damage before our friendly Kiev finishes him off. But if you don't have a team that's like willing to push, if your team is one of those teams that just kind of sort of wants to circle around the spawn point, this is going to be one of the ships that's a bit difficult to do well in, because you need to get up close and personal, and you can't do that if you're the only one who's going to push. You're just going to be focused down. Shots going in on the Target. We get a Citadel, 12,400 damage done. Your Citadel damage is not great. I think it's 8,200 or something there, but you know, you land a few of those, some other penetrating hits, and the damage is going to stack up. So unfortunately, Kiev, I don't know what he was doing. Let's fire off the front guns. How do these do? Another Citadel, 2 Citadels, 16,000 damage done, and he's very nearly dead. We're going to select him for the secondaries, and we're on fire twice, so we're going to use the damage control team and put that fire out. Are we going to manage to get him with secondaries? No, we are not. And Pensacola's firing, but he's now retreated behind cover. And got North Carolina at 10 kilometers, who's bow onto us. So we're going to try and see if maybe we can... I think I was trying to go for the guns, but I don't think I aimed high enough. But we still do 4,000 damage. And we managed to dodge his return fire. Got a Fubuki there. Pensacola is not poking out in a way that we can hit him. Unfortunately, we're going to take a stab at this Fubuki, but I don't think I give him anywhere near enough lead. As you can see, still getting used to the guns, and got a Bismarck. We weren't watching where we were going. And we're just going to give him a little German kiss. And now on to North Carolina, who is fairly flat to us. So maybe we can do some decent damage. I'm going to fire off a full salvo. 7,500 damage, no Citadel. We're going to put torpedoes in the water. I'm expecting him to turn to starboard, so that's why I aimed a little bit behind the suggested aim marker, but it looks like he's doing the complete opposite. He's turning to port, so unfortunately those aren't going to hit. Another 5,000 damage done. More torpedoes coming in, and we just miss him, and someone else manages to get the kill. So, to select up the Fubuki and get the guns turned on him. Now this is kind of like, because you're sort of doing this in the Scharnhorst, you're getting stuck in. This makes it very exciting to play, I found. Switched over to high explosive. I hope I did that on purpose. I know sometimes, especially when I'm on ship with torpedoes, I accidentally select high explosive by accident, because I've gone over 2 torpedoes and I've hit 1 to switch back to our main battery instead of 2. So we're going to fire those. I think I expected the Gneisenau to keep reversing, so I aimed a little bit further back. But I mean, look at that, we've done 86,500 damage already. And now we're going back to armor piercing. We're going to swing the ship to port just to get all guns on target. And this guy's going to run around again, so we're going to aim higher up, try and go for the superstructure and get some damage there, rather than aiming at the big, thick side armored belt, which I think we'd probably just land up bouncing off anyway. But this guy, I don't know what he's doing, and incoming fire from the Pensacola. So we're going to put some torpedoes down that little channel, I don't expect too much. We take some fairly heavy damage. I think the Gneisenau is also shooting at our superstructure rather than our armored belt. So we're going to fire again, and managed to get Confederate, 6,000 damage done. Enemy Gneisenau, another one at less than 6 kilometers. And we did not get any hits with the torpedoes. No real damage done there. Torpedoes are 30 seconds away from being reloaded, but I don't think I was thinking about them at this point. Torpedoes in from the Gneisenau, 6,300 damage done. And my video is stuttering a little bit watching the playback of this game, so I hope it's not coming through for you guys. Trying to get rid of the Pensacola, get guns on target. Pensacola's are a big citadel. Do we manage to get another one? We do indeed. 9,000 damage. We are on fire. Torpedo tubes have been knocked out. Front guns are on target, and 2 citadels to finish them off and get devastating strike. So it's 2 versus 2. It's come down to this. It's very close. It's myself and what's the other guy? What's another battleship? Anyway, it's us versus a Gneisenau and a Margi, and there we go. Exactly the same. A Margi versus a Margi, Gneisenau versus Gneisenau. Now, I'm going to chase this guy around the island, but of course we do have to be worried about torpedoes. Firing off the front guns while the rear guns traverse onto the enemy Amagi. And 4,000 damage. And how are we slowing right down, so if this Gneisenau did launch torpedoes, he hopefully would have missed. But the downside of that is we're now not going to get a shot as quickly as we would have liked. I can use my heal right now. I'm not sure why I haven't. Obviously haven't noticed. Firing a full broadside, 20,000 hit points remaining. We've set them on fire, getting some secondary hits, and we're going to put torpedoes in the water. We're just making sure that the Amagi is outside of our torpedo range, and we'll see how those do. He's traveling away from us, so I don't have too much hope for those torpedoes. But we need to finish him off. And we get high caliber, just under 5,000 damage done. We need to finish him off before we can focus on this Amagi. I'm trying desperately to focus him with my ally to get this guy out of the battle as soon as possible, so it becomes a 2 versus 1. Torpedoes on the way to the allied Amagi, who takes 1. And another salvo on the way. 7,000 damage. We are getting nice and close to the enemy Amagi. His secondary set us on fire. We're going to select him up. And this guy looks like he's very nearly dead, so we're going to switch targets to the enemy. And unfortunately, our Amagi manages to get himself torpedoed. Now we take a big old hit, 11,000 damage done there. And unfortunately, it's just going to end... and then like this, we're not going to be able to survive long enough for our torpedoes to hit. It was a really close game and a lot of fun to play. So while it was a defeat, we still managed to get 555,700 credits, 3,200 XP. We got Devastating Strike, High Caliber, and Confederate with just shy of 160,000 damage done, 89 target hits, 3 incapacitations, only 1 kill, 1 fire, 7 citadels, 49 target hits with our secondaries, and almost completing one of the Grand Fleet of Fog missions, and making some good progress towards the others. Coming top on our team with base XP of 1,443. On the enemy team, that Amagi got Kraken and 1,760, so he did very well, and was just unfortunate that we didn't manage to land those torpedoes, because that could have really won the game for us. Anyways, as we said, 159,400 damage done, of which 149,882 was with the main battery, 2,640 with high explosive, 147,242 with our armor piercing. We launched 12 torpedoes, didn't land any, and did 9,541 damage with high explosive, and 9 with fires. So overall, a lot of fun this match, a lot of fun this ship to play. I'm really glad that I bought it, and I think I'm going to have a lot of fun playing it going forward. But anyways, that about covers it for the very first video from my new house, and I do hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, feel free to hit the thumbs up button down below, and consider subscribing for more World of Warships, Armored Warfare, and a few other things that I throw into the mix from time to time. But that is it from me. Thank you very much for stopping by. This is Predator 458 signing off, and I'll see you guys next time.